Lights are up and we're about to get underway for the final championship race of the night at Silverstone. It's the green flag and Adam Rosales gets away. Has Alex Van Gien got the run he needs? He's got just the slightest hint of an overlap, but it's going to be Rosales who leads into Abbey. A fair chunk of curb taken by Alex Van Gien there. Oh, off, I believe that's Ishmael Basso who's gone off down at Abbey, but Colin Ward round the outside of the village braking zone and pops one up the inside of the loop as well. He takes second place away from Alex Van Gien. Nice tidy little move there. Edward Shelley tucks in behind them in fourth place. He'll be trying to get a slipstream down this straight. Richard Spanner's ready in fifth place ahead of John Cox. Oh, that's Gregory Leader who's gone for a spin on the exit of Aintree. Side by side for second place once again as Alex Van Gien tries to get back up the inside of Colin Ward to reclaim that position, but no way through for him on this particular occasion. So top four absolutely nose to tail as John Cox is about to go side by side with Spanners ready and move himself up into fifth place. Ward now making a move for the lead as they come towards Copse Corner. Van Gien tucked up right up in there as well, and Rosales is forced out wide. That allows Van Gien through as well, so he's down 2 places in one corner. Van Gien now going for the lead as they head towards Maggotts and Beckett's, but Ward just gives him the chop to say you ain't coming through there, sunshine. Great bit of side-by-side action, and even more so going on just behind them as John Cox and Spanners ready still side-by-side as they come through Maggotts and Beckett's. Alex Drilsma and Danny Henney, what a start he's made, up in 8th place already. David Hatton, meanwhile, is in 12th place. He's made up some good ground, but up at the front of the field, Colin Ward is just pulling away from these guys now, and it's Van Gien, Rosales and Shelley scrapping away over second. Henney making up ground once again behind them, but Ward rounds the final corner to complete the first lap and is in the lead at the moment. Alex Van Gien second place by 1 second, only a couple of tenths ahead of Adam Rosales, and then Edward Shelley just slipping away from the back of them there. Oh, that's not going to help his case. Runs wide on the exit of Abbey. So that's cost him a little bit of ground to this battle for second place, currently being contested between Van Gien and Rosales. Danny Henney, meanwhile, has made his way up into fifth place and surely will be on the back of these guys any moment now. I wouldn't discount him out for a second win tonight. He's only 4 seconds behind the leader at the moment. So Carl Power, next man to line up. Spanners ready, although he's side by side with Alex Drilsma at the moment. This could get a little bit messy as Williams gets involved in there as well down at Brooklyn's corner. Power, very much the hard breaker, trying to back out at that one. And it's Drilsma who comes out on top actually. Makes up a couple of places there out of left field, and Williams now lining up a move on Kyle Power as well, and so is David Hatton. Everyone's making moves on everyone at the moment. Coming towards Copse Corner, flinging through the right-hander. It's an absolutely incredible sight, all these cars so close together. Kyle not fancying the move on Spanners towards Maggotts and Beckett. We could see him make it down at Stowe. And side by side for second place once again, Adam Rosales has got the inside line for Stowe Corner, and Van Gien cannot do anything to stop him coming through. Meanwhile, that battle for sixth place is raging on. Carl has dispatched of Spanners, and Hatton ahead of Williams now. He's on the outside line for the Vale chicane. Just keeping ahead of that red and white Prima coloured car. And it's looking, very close as they head back towards Abbey at the start of lap 3. But Hatton making up the moves at the moment. But crucially losing out to his title rival Danny Henney at the moment in 5th place. So still some ground to make up for David Hatton. And, again, Van Gien, he's slipping back because now Edward Shelley is coming past him down the Wellington Straight and into Brooklands. Shelley's put himself up into third. Oh, no, Rosales from second place has dropped it. And that has promoted all three of these guys. So Shelley now second, Van Gien third, and Henny in fourth place. But for how much longer? Because Henny's got a tremendous drive out of Luffield and is side by side with Alex Van Gien, and he'll have the line into Copse Corner. And Shorley is about to put himself into the podium placings within 3 laps of racing, having started down the order. Runs a little bit wide, but is able to stay ahead of Van Gien. And despite his scrapping, he's brought the gap down to the leader, down to 3.2 seconds. So he's taken almost a second out of Colin Ward on this lap, despite making up places. So surely it won't be very long at all before we see him in the lead of the race. Could he take second place from Edward Shelley into Stoke Corner? Not on this particular occasion. Closed up massively under braking. Even if the braking zone for Stoke is incredibly short and incredibly light. Down into the Vale chicane. Henny tucked right up underneath Shelley's rear wing. Make sure he gets the all-important exit onto what is now the Hamilton Straight.
Sir Hamilton Straight?
Absolutely the Sir Hamilton Straight.
As I get swamped on the Sir Hamilton Straight.
Oh no. So Shelley moves towards the inside, trying to defend Danny Henny's attack. Not sure if it's worth defending a Danny Henny attack at this point, but well, fair play to him. We love seeing it. But Henny got an almighty run down the Wellington Straight. Shelley once again moves across to defend it, but Henny could well out-drag him by the time they get towards the braking zone. Around the outside he goes. And Henny, in that very stark orange and black car, moves himself up into second place and has now got his sights set on Colin Ward. 3 seconds up the road between him and a second victory of the night. Only been done once before, I think, and by Danny, actually. So
I'll tell you what's disappointing for the midfield guys is the standard of the top guys has been great. They've not been taking each other out, and most of them are still there. So you don't get those attrition 6th places anymore.
Drillsma and Carl Power still battling away over 5th place. I'll tell you, Brian Boomsma could well be making the moves. He's tucked up right up behind Andy Flagg and is trying to make himself get himself into the top 10.
They've got an overlap, so Andy's not going to be able to cut him off. It's going to be on the brakes round Stowe now.
Yep, Boomsma with that inside line. Of course, Stephen Williams right in front of them as well. Flagg doesn't brave it out around the outside, and that's Boomsma up into the top 10.
This is the best commentary booth in the world behind that battle.
Fantastic. That battle for 5th place we were just talking about. Drills were a little deep into the Vale chicane, and that has given Power just a little bit of extra momentum in that scrap. Having said that, Drillsma has just done the fastest lap of the race, a 59. Power's gone just a bit quicker, 59.1, although maybe he exceeded track limits on that one. Certainly it was a personal best for Drillsma on that previous lap. Boomsma once again making the moves as they come down the Wellington Straight. And it's Williams now in his sight and 9th place as he pops up towards the inside of Brooklands. Very nicely done. Williams a little wide and could open up the door for Andy Flagg to get himself back into the top 10. Spanner's ready, still scrapping away there. Got Richard Molden in his mirrors.
I'm so scrappy.
So scrappy. So Flagg could well make a move on Williams. And down into Copse Corner, he's looking towards the inside. And, wow, doesn't take no for an answer. Fantastic. And Williams could fight back straight away towards the outside of Maggots and Beckett's. Who's going to yield first? Williams keeps his nose in there. He takes the curb, but no way through on Andy Flagg on that particular occasion. Back up at the front of the field, Danny Henny has brought the gap down to 2.7 seconds. And Alex Van Gien doesn't look done in this battle for 3rd place. He's hounding Edward Shelley. at the apex of Stowe Corner. So definitely we should keep our eye on this developing battle. And Drillsma and Power still closing in on these guys. So could unfold as the race progresses. David Hatton, Rosales, they look just a little too far back to make an impression as we've got 3 laps to go. So Henny with the fastest lap brought that gap down to 2.5 seconds now, 59 flat on that occasion. Drumsma and Power were very close together as they came out of Abbey, and still are down at the loop, but Power still looking at the back of that number 56 car. And Van Gien, oh, it looks like he's made a mistake somewhere on this lap. He's now 9/10 behind Edward Shelley for 3rd place. So let's keep our eye on Drumsma and Power, who are side by side coming through Luffield. Power in the camo Red Bull colours on the outside, trying to get the momentum as they come down towards Woodcote and Copse Corner. Drumsma with the inside line, so it doesn't look like there's a way through for Power on this particular occasion. He'll try and make sure he gets the exit as Drumsma runs wide, and that could be the open door that Power needs. He's got an overlap. He's just pulled clear, is he? Yes! Going into Maggers and Beckett. Gets the job done. So that's 5th place for Power now. Got to be careful, though, because down this straight, Drumsma could come back at him. Although he's gapped him rather handsomely in just a few corners. So could well fend off any attack into Stowe Corner. Just behind them, we can see David Hatton still very close with Rosales, and Boomsma right up in there as well. So for 7th place, it's still very much on.
What do you think of the reverse grids that we do here, Chris? I really do think it adds an element to the racing.
Oh, I love them. They're fantastic. It does add an element, and it's something that we see in real racing as well. They do it in Formula 3, they do it in Formula 2. It's absolutely superb, and it does add that extra element. And we can see moves like this. Brian Boomsma making his way past Adam Rosales into Abbey. And incidentally, just set the fastest lap of the race as well. Henny up at the front of the field. He's brought that gap down to under a second, and we've got less than 2 laps to go. It could come down to a last lap gasp once again, just like we saw at Suzuka with Tim Ellis. He made that move with only 2 corners to go. How late is Henny going to leave it to make his move on Colin Ward? Drillsma and Power still not finished.
Boomsma's off because he's in front of me.
Ah! So that's well, not the first time tonight we've seen Boomsma head off the road. That's a shame for him. He was running in a good position. Although I think he's not lost too much ground. He's still there in 10th place and only a 2.5 seconds behind Stephen Williams. So he hasn't lost all that much.
My goodness, he's so fast.
Up at the front of the field, it's looking very, very close now between Henny and Ward. Less than half a second is that gap now, and Henny is reeling him in down the hanger straight. What's Colin Ward in that classic Rothmans Williams colours going to be able to do to fend off the championship leader? Coming down towards Vale, and he covers over the inside line. Got to be careful not to get too wrong-footed, make a mistake. We saw Stephen Williams do that earlier, and wow, is he looking up the looking up the inside at the club corner of the Vale chicane? And we saw David Hatton try that earlier, and he very nearly lost it. But Henny very much stable and able to hold it together on that occasion. So final lap then. Can Colin Ward fend off the attack as Henny tries to go around the outside of Village? He'll have the line as he makes his way into the loop, but Colin Ward is not going to yield. But he's got it done. So can Colin Ward come back at him down the Wellington straight? Henny leads, but for how long? Down the straight they come. Ward's got a fantastic slipstream, and Henny is not giving him an inch on the left-hand side of the track. Ward's going to have to do it the long way round. Swoops round. Fantastic. Has he got a bit too wide, though? He has. and he could drop it. No, he's been able to hang on to it, but that surely is the end of this lead battle with half a lap to go. What a drive from Danny Henny, and I think this is only the second time this is going to happen where the same driver has won 2 races in one night. And again, another perk of the reverse grid format. Fantastic racing, as always, in the Formula Renault Challenge. So the battle for 5th place still not over. Drumsma has got power ahead of him, but he's also got David Hatton right behind him, and Hatton could well make a move. Coming through Maggots and Beckett's now. Got a couple of opportunities left as they come towards the hangar straight for the final time. And Hatton needs every point he can muster, with Henny taking such a stride in the championship today. Drumsma covering off the inside line. Hatton's going to have to go the long way round as he swoops around the outside of Stowe Corner. What a move, and that's 6th place for him. And meanwhile, here comes Danny Henny, another victory in the Formula Renault Challenge. He said he wanted to get 10 before the end of the season. He's done it tonight. His 10th victory in the series. Colin Ward, you put up a great fight, pal, but don't be too dejected with 2nd place. Edward Shelley, that's a remarkable podium for him. And Alex Van Gien comes home in 5th place. Carl Power in 5th. And David Hatton in 6th place. Alex Drumsma, he did get 7th in the end. Adam Rosales from reverse grid pole in 8th. Stephen Williams in 9th. And Brian Boozma did hang on to that 10th place spot. Wow, we have seen some fantastic racing tonight. Shall we get Henny in here?
Let's do it.
So you said you wanted to get 10 victories before the end of the season. I didn't think you meant this quickly.
Well, I'll tell you what, after I made collision with Tim, which I've apologised about 100 times, I was fuming. In that race, I was absolutely fuming. So I don't know if you've seen the lap times. I was like 58.5, 58.6. And when I started this, I just said, let me have one clean lap on the first lap. And if I can get a bit of a break, then I'm putting my head down and I'm just throwing everything at it to get the win. So, yeah, I'm dead chuffed. I'm absolutely over the moon.
Is this your championship to lose now?
I'm not quite that confident. I'm confident, but not too much. It's fun. The guys really do push me. I mean, but yeah, it was great. I've had so much fun. And as you can probably tell, I'm absolutely over the moon.
Well, it's the 2nd round in a row we've seen race 3 come down to the final lap. So brilliant entertainment. And of course, only the 2nd time, I think, that somebody has won 2 races in the same night. And of course, that other time was you.
Yes, well, that was the aim, I must admit. I'm trying to double up now to try and get them records a bit quicker. But
Good man.
Yeah, absolutely over the moon. Great event again. I'm looking forward to watching it back tonight with the commentary with yourselves.
Ah, thanks, man. Right, well, we'll let you get on. So congratulations once again, and we'll see you at the next round.